This is question 2. How effective is the combination of your main product and your ancillary tasks? Our ancillary tasks help our film to reach our target audience. Our target audience or demographic are males and females aged between 18 to 28. Our ancillary tasks also allow the whole portfolio to work in a real commercial context. Our ancillary tasks were comprised of a poster and a review. In our poster, to target our audience, we used representation of character. This was shown by 2 headshots as the main image of our 2 protagonists. The son targets our audience as he fits into our demographic, and therefore our audience can identify with him. And through finding personal identity within the picture, they're more encouraged to watch the film. We also target themes and issues in our poster. And the themes and issues of our film are how people are connected. We show this through a black and white image of the father and son either side of our title. And then those pictures then link together through a black and white cross representing their crossing paths. I personally think this can potentially attract our target audience, as during our demographic age of 18 to 28 is when people are trying to find themselves, and it's also the age where people start to ask more philosophical questions. So I think that theme of being connected to people and finding yourself is quite relevant to our age demographic. The poster is set in a field. This gives no social context to the poster, so we can attract a wider demographic as it doesn't exclude people on their social background. The reviews in our poster also reflect our film that could attract a film buff audience. On our poster we included 4 stars from Little White Lies, which is a film specialist magazine, and 4 stars from an independent film festival. The 4 stars from an independent film festival ties in with our audience feedback that we received via Twitter. We received independent film festivals tweeting us, asking us to submit our film in. So we thought we would include that into our poster. And our other ancillary task was a review. However, I do not feel that our review targets the whole of our target audience. Instead, it focuses more on the older of our demographic, I'd say 25 to 28-year-olds, preferably with a film background. This is because our review had to be in the style of Little White Lies, which is a film specialist magazine. Little White Lies audiences are people with knowledge in the field of film, and they generally look at the deeper meaning of films and go into more detail than most other reviews would. Therefore, our review targets the audience by talking about the director's perception of fate and how he uses this in the clever camera work and the manipulation of story. As we also use the style of Little White Lies, we had to use their in-house style of language. This meant that we had to use restricted code, which unfortunately only targeted the older side of our demographic. We use words like cathartic and specialist film terminologies like internal analepsis, which meant it did restrict a certain part of our audience, but also really specialised our demographic in the review to entice them in. Altogether, I do think that our ancillary tasks and film come together to create a successful portfolio, and it targets our demographic in different ways. The poster for the young audience and the review for our older audience.